Okay. Well, once again, welcome to our first look at AAO versus BONKZ. This is the losers bracket 4.1 of Group 1. Both teams wanting, obviously, to win this. Whoever loses this match is out of the tournament for the rest of the tournament, which is basically just this coming weekend, right? They don't play on Saturday, and they definitely don't play on Sunday. So let's take a look at the lineups here. BONKZ is bringing with them Ruby Hoshino in a Gearing, Additional 1 in a Daring, Battleship Nagato in a Shimakaze, Addy is in a Wushta, Chukwama's in a Moskva, D. Squarius is in an Henri, backed up by Fradstar for life. Kermit Seppuku in the Burgon is obviously going to go that way with them. And we've got Submersive in the Montana to round out their lineup. Let's take a look at the South here. Ash007, thank you so much. AAO to the South is bringing with them a Yu Yang, a Vamp Deuce. Hey, look, it's Paimenta in the same position from earlier today. Esguerra in a Gearing this time. We got Nicinator in a Wushta. Black Blueberry in a Yamato, heading towards a cap. Vasca in the Des Moines, reprising his role as possibly MVP, we'll see, and heading towards the same spot he was before. Heading towards the C cap is Fat Vivian in the Daring, Additional 1 in the Howden Lu, and Cutest Haruhi in the Kremlin. Let's back off here and take a look at the entirety of the map. And I need to double check something, I think, real quick. When you have so many different tabs open. Yeah. Kleber, Arugo, Minotaur, and Salem Band. Right. Cool. All right. Big O caught up with that dirty comment. All right, well, Paimenta is going to grab the B cap uncontested. He's just going to back in and take it. So that's an easy early cap generating, point generation for AAO, but BONKZ walks in and gets a cap of their own. Nagato and that Shimakaze is able to speed on in. On the other flank, we've got our Nats Yu Yang backing into the A cap and able to grab it. And Deep Water Torpedoes coming into Addy's whoosh. Takes one on the bow. Oof. Radar up, hoping to catch whatever's in A. Does he catch it? Does he catch it? No. Interesting. Arnott is still able to grab this cap. There's the radar. He's still going to sit there and he's going to grab the cap. There he goes. He's going to move forward. Now he knows he's radared. That's going to tell Esguerra he needs to back off. Arnott's going to back off. And now we're going to see the dueling smoke screen appear. I'm surprised to see Nicinator not radaring with his Wushta, because he probably would have caught Ruby Hoshino PR's gearing for a moment. But I guess they're going to go for surface spotting instead. Esguerra being able to spot Addy briefly behind that smoke, realizing, hey, we've got the opportunity to keep him lit, and no, they don't anymore, because Addy wisely stopped shooting. So, good job for AAO grabbing the A cap. Also not losing a ship early. Speaking of losing a ship early, Battleship Nagato Shimakaze taking, I'm going to guess that's a Daring torpedo. That looks kind of painful for him. He's smoking up over there. Interesting. Ruby now detected over at A. Torpedoes coming into the Wooster's position, and Nicinator takes one torpedo of his own. Both Woosters taking some torpedoes for their troubles. Addy's got some more torpedoes coming. Does he have Hydro running? Either way, he has bow on to the threat, so he's not concerned. Of course, it's a Yu Yang. Yu Yang does have torpedo reload booster, so another rack of deep water torpedoes going out right now. Let's see if we can capture the action over at the 910 line as well. So double Henri and Burgon. We saw BONKZ do this on the first day yesterday. I think that was our first game even that we covered yesterday. But not very effective, not very useful. Addy detected again. Nicey Nader is able just to sit back there. It's almost like he's playing Space Invaders. Look at that smoke, right? Probably dates me a little bit there, but that's okay. Ruby Hoshino now detected as well in the gearing. I'm surprised that they're continuing to shoot Addy instead of the gearing, but whatever. Vaska now taking some hits. Seppuku is coming around. Vaska's on double fires right now. I could definitely use some warmth. Ooh. Anyway. And then we have additional ones. Howden Liu trying to Dutch oven somebody. Looks like Squarius. Now the choice to duck in like this could end up being his death sentence. You could see that Battleship Nagato has already fired off his torpedoes. I'm willing to bet that these are 12-kilometer torpedoes at that. Yes, they are. So he's basically forced to Austin Powers his way into that little gap there. And it will be moments, and we'll see him probably take at least one Shimakaze torpedo and flood out or something. Pimentel is able to grab the sea cap, though, pretty much uncontested. Seppuku fishing actually comes up with something. Gets the reset. No torpedo hit. No torpedo hits. Wow. Vaska, man, he succeeded in those rolls for his dice there. My goodness. Looking back over at A, Addy is continuing to get beat up in that Wushta. Torpedoes coming in. These are gearing torpedoes. They will miss, but it's going to force Addy to not turn with his gearing buddy. I'm pretty sure that these torpedoes, or the smoke was meant to allow Addy to disengage if necessary. Vaska is wisely taking this opportunity to run away. Why would you sit there when you know that there's probably more Shimakaze torpedoes coming in? And that's a Citadel from Squarius' Henri. Got to be very careful. Fratstar is also in a good position there. Chukwama moving up in the Moskva. That's keeping Vaska detected. And dodge. Squarius being forced back, so the whole idea of the Henri push at sea down the 910 line did not work out for BONKZ. And the stuff over at A also didn't really work out too well. Black Blueberry now moving up in the Yamato. Let's take a look at his shot. He's shooting at Squarius all the way on the other side of the map as Addy takes a gearing torpedo and goes down. Shells cleared the island. These shells are now being served an in-flight meal on their way to their target. Squarius riding the border, though. These shells will miss. That, ladies and gentlemen, is tournament-style battleship life. It's a whole lot of sitting, whole lot of taking shots, and most of those shells will not hit. But the ones that do are the stuff of legends. Ruby Hoshino in trouble, backing off again. The loss of Addy means basically A is wide open. Howden Liu does burn out Squarius' Henri. And with that, we have a 2-0 ship lead for AAO. AP coming into the Houtenlu, whatever you want to call it, and nothing. Zilch, you get nothing. Good day, sir. Fratstar sitting kind of broadside-ish to the Des Moines here. Trying to trade some shells, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to sit there like that. American Piercing does its thing. Fratstar's forced to go behind the island. Now, Chukwama is going for it. Cutest Haruhi, we haven't really caught much of him, but something happened to him. He's quite low. Fat Vivian might take a torpedo here if he's not smart and doesn't have his hydro available, I should say. Looks like he dodged. Let's see this. If the best play here for Vasca is just to take the ram. Bam. You're up on ships. You do not want to lose a trade there. Speaking of trades, take a look at the B cap as the Montana Submersive and Ruby's Gearing is coming in against Palmienta's why? I'm pretty sure Vamp-Deuce has Hydro. Okay, well, we got ourselves a fun death pick here as Team Bravo wins, which is going to be AAO. They win their first game. Remember, this is a best of 3. So we have at least one more game to bring you. Monitor view is a little bit far away, so I try to keep it a mix between zoomed out and zoomed in. You zoom in too far, and the problem that you run into that is you can't see the action. You zoom in too close, and then you can't see something that's happening someplace else. So I try to get a good mix going, but I appreciate the feedback. All right, so here we go, trying again with our second round. This is on Shatter, AAO versus BONKZ. AAO up 1 game over BONKZ. If they win again, BONKZ is out of the tournament. Do not have to wake up early on Saturday. All right, BONKZ is bringing with them additional 1 in the Yu Yang, Battleship Nagato in the Shimakaze, Rubio Shino in the Gearing. And for cruisers, we've got Bowser in the Wushta. Fratstar for Life is now in a Moskva. Chukwama is in a Colbert. Colbert? What? Anyway. D-Squarius is in another Wushta. Following them is 2 German battleships. We've got Submersive in the Kurfürst and Kermit Seppuku in the Schlieffen. Posing them to the south, looking to win this and be done for the day, is Yamati Omisama's Grozovoy and Paimentaha's Daring. There's also 2 other destroyers. Arnot's Yu Yang and Esguerra's Gearing are both heading towards the sea cap. Exradox is in the Honleo, heading towards the... You would expect him to, where you'd expect him to go, basically, between B and C to try to, I don't know, Dutch oven, whatever is going to be on the other end of that. We've got Nicey Nader in the Worcester heading that direction as well. Vasca is in the Des Moines again, heading all the way out to the 1 line, backed up by Black Blueberries Conqueror, and then Cutest Haruhi is in a Schlieffen this time. Battleship Nagato YOLOing hard into the B cap. Shimakaze is a fast ship. You can see he's got full engine boost going. Look at that smoke. He's gonna basically drift his way into the cap and set himself up to run. It's a very aggressive early play, but if it gets them to B cap, that's great. Nine seconds, 8 seconds. I think Paimenta is going to get... No, he's not. He chooses to allow them to get the B cap. Interesting. Probably because Chukwama got detected. Here comes some Schlieffen shells. Nothing. Let's back off a bit. You got Wooster Gearing over there making Voltron. And Esgara and Icinator are doing the same thing for AAO. Haruhi looking right to the north at Fratstar's Moskva. Secondaries ablazing. Seppuku coming around in the Schlieffen. We're going to have some hot Schlieffen on Schlieffen action. Paimentaz torpedoes barely missed Chukwama. Haruhi took a big hit there. That was probably from Seppuku's Schlieffen. Here comes the return salvo. Looks like that might have been HE in the barrels. Paimentaz is now in trouble. He's detected on Hydro. Passes by some torpedoes as he does what we saw him do on this very map last time. Try to find some cover. I guess the big question is he going to just sit there and die like he did last time? If I'm him, I'm turning north. Yeah, I'm trying to get away. There you go. Meanwhile, we've got BONKZ with the long range fire on the Howden Liu. Remember, Howden Liu burns longer, even though it's a cruiser. It's got a longer duration to fires, so fires are definitely a big threat. And Wusta can absolutely crank out all of the fires. Squarius is detected, though. Ah, that's the radar to the south. As all the guns change targets, and they start focusing down whatever they can. Shells coming into both sides. Now, AAO is going to walk into A. Their Grozovoy is on the cap. They're going to take it. Should be able to take it. There it is. So they've got one cap to BONKZ's 2. And here comes some torpedoes. I think Nicely Nader is going to be fine. I don't think he even has to worry about dodging these. Disquari is continuing to fire from ultra long range. I wonder if he's using the range build in the Wusta. That's what I like to do with it, and it's just fun, especially against ships that are just camping out. Oh, uh-oh. We got ourselves a ram. Schlieffen and Kurfürst go down. That's I think that's a better trade for BONKZ at this point. I don't know. Kind of hard to think about because, quite frankly, Kitasaruhi wasn't that healthy. But that does leave AO with only Black Blueberry in the backside over here. X-Rado is continuing to be farmed down in the Howden Liu. He's probably going to go out. Fratstar does take a torpedo on the bow. These islands, these two islands here, you almost always see a hydro cruiser or battleship parked on either end of it. And they just pop their hydros and they stare at each other angrily while they wait for their teammates to clear out their opponent on the other side. It's very riveting gameplay. Disquarius in trouble. Goes down to Wooster fire. Good kill from Nicey Nader over there. And that's going to force BONKZ to back off this side. And notably, they were unable to convert the kill on X-Rado's Howden Liu. He'll be able to heal up over the course of the next couple minutes before he gets back into battle, if he so chooses. Meanwhile, on the other flank, Bowser goes down. Somehow got caught bowing in a Wooster. I really don't know how that went down. Probably from radar, because if I look at the back here, we see the Yu Yang additional 1, quite low on hit points. Probably got caught by Vasquez's radar in the Des Moines. Forced to back off. And that leaves the poor Wooster to fend for himself and basically just die. So despite some really good play going on over on the seaside, unfortunately, BONKZ has lost the A flank. The Yu Yang is only just going to be there to dump deep water torpedoes and try to slow down the transition of the Des Moines and Conqueror from the A to B side. Also, the other part of this is that Yu Yang is going to need to be running, because if you look at the mini-map, the Grozovoy has been tasked with heading due north. X-Rado's in trouble from Chukwama's Colbert and Kermit Seppuku's Schlieffen that have just walked through the B cap and got behind him. Very impressive. So I was just talking about how he had several minutes to heal up, and that was not the case. Fratstar continuing to back up. Hopefully he continues to reverse, because if he pulls forward, he's in a whole world of trouble. Shells coming in from Seppuku and Icy. Oh, he gets the kill. Wooster goes down. Fratstar continues to back up. He will dodge all of those conga line torpedoes. And we have a tied up game on ships. In terms of points, BONKZ is in the driver's seat points-wise because they had 2 caps for a while. Paimantaha now detected and caught out in the C cap. I don't see a world where he can get out of this unless he can go dark. Something tells me that ain't happening, though. He tries to make Inky and survive. Let's get in closer and take a look at the shells coming in. He is still lit. He's burning. And now he's dying. Huge kill for BONKZ. Absolute huge kill for BONKZ. Puts him in a ship lead. More importantly, also allows them to continue working on cleaning up this flank. They got to clean this flank up. Meanwhile, I was telling you about that Grozovoy. All right? Onisama is just, you go follow your radio location. Follow your nose and just take down the Yu Yang. Awesome. So that Yu Yang knows he's dead, which basically means they're back to ship parity, whether they like it or not. So they absolutely need to clear off these destroyers over here. This flank has to get secured. And then they need to turn around and deal with the incoming threat. Seppuku is already turned around. I guess that kind of makes sense. A little bit early in my opinion, but okay. Chukwama takes a torpedo on the bow for his trouble. Oh wait, there's more. Looks like Arnott made the wrong guess as to which way Chukwama was going to turn. And I really don't like the decision to just toss Seppuku in like this, but okay. He might be able to make it work. His secondary should absolutely chew up the 32mm armor plating on the Conqueror. And of course he's got the torpedoes. All that stuff. Additional 1 continues to run away from the Grozovoy. Ooh. Oh. They're sending Battleship Nagato Shimakaze to get in there. Meanwhile, Yu Yang stuck on the border. Pretty sure that's a radar Yu Yang, so guess what? He did. He did. Boom. But not before Chukwama lost an awful lot of hit points. It looks like he took a torpedo from the gearing. It was flooding. DCP on now. He'll probably get a heal off in a minute. And that allows him to continue the charge on Esgara's gearing. Fratstar has the radar kicking away. That will be a dead gearing in moments. At this point, I'd probably move the other gearing back. And Nagato has now spotted the Grozovoy. Additional 1 is able to back off in his smoke. That's a smoke Yu Yang. Interesting. And Kermit Seppuku might have just done that, beaching himself broadside to incoming torpedo fire. There's 2 torpedoes coming. And 986 and dead. Like I was saying, I felt that was way too early that he turned around in that Schlieffen, but it is what it is. And now we're down to a 1-ship lead for BONKZ. Fratstar now being turned northward, looks like. I'll tell you what, this is a perilous position for BONKZ right now because they're going up against a Des Moines with 3 destroyers, essentially. So this one remaining gearing, do you run him down? Or do you reset and go north? He is not a win condition for BONKZ. They don't need to get the kill, but if they leave him alone, he can turn back around again. He can continue to torpedo in the rear. He can possibly back cap the C cap. So a lot of possibilities out of that. Shimakaze torpedoes in on Onisama, just barely dodges. He's going to open up here. Additional 1 probably has smoke available. He's going to wait until it's available, and there he goes. He puffs the smoke. Shot a little early. Again, we see a lot of people doing that. You have to wait until the smoke covers you. Patience. He doesn't pay for it because the Des Moines has turned around. And because Onisama has gone ahead and smoked himself up, now additional 1 is able to move forward in the smoke. Let's get back to the action over on the other side. Gearing took a guess that the Des Moines would go north. It didn't. The Des Moines went south, and Franstar is now in trouble. Franstar burning away. His his radar is up, but not detecting the gearing. And between the Des Moines and the Conqueror, this will be a dead Moskva. So the hunters are now becoming the hunted. As you can see, Esguerra has turned around in the gearing. And Grozavoy detected once again, smacking battleship Nagato Shimakaze, who responds with his own fire. Franstar's about to go down right here.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
There he goes. Chukwama just holding down left mouse button on Vasquez Des Moines. Gearing opening up as well. And I think they realize how important it is. They cannot afford to lose a single ship again. And there goes Nagato down. Onisama survives. 343 hit points. Additional 1 opening up, knowing, look at the score, lead change. AAO in the lead. Onisama goes dark. We've got 4 minutes of play left. Gearing opening up on the Des Moines. Chukwama opening up on Des Moines. AP shells coming in from the Conqueror. Just miss. Onisama detected again momentarily. He's got his heel banging away, though. That's going to put him at a significant advantage. He now has a health point advantage over additional 1's Yu Yang. He's going to go down. Is it a trade? It is not a trade. Onisama survives. Ruby goes down. AAO is going to sweep. 2-0 sweep. BONKZ. Who was... What did they finish? 3rd place? Was it 3rd place for NA for COTS last season? I don't remember. Chukwama stopping. He knows it's over. GG's. And we will definitely zoom in on him for our death pick. What a finish. What a throw. Ouch. Remember I was talking about... sending Seppuku in with that Schlieffen way too early. Secure the flank, then come back. It's okay. They didn't do that. I think they got a little. They said, okay, well, we got this one side. We got the force. We could split them in half. And what happened? Each force got defeated in detail. Brilliant play by AAO, by the way. They did a nice job of they bent, but they did not break. Fantastic series to watch. I hope you guys really had a good time watching it. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to set AAO as the winner. And then I'm going to go find another game, hopefully.